The Nintendo Switch continues to open new doors with its hybrid capabilities, giving more room for AAA developers to take over and experiment. whatoplay presents the 15 upcoming AAA Switch games of 2020 and beyond. Doom Eternal. Originally planned to release this November, id Software's next adventure of the legendary Doom guy comes out early next year, and he's gearing up for some serious pandemonium. Raise hell as you rip and tear demons to shreds with your arsenal of powerful gear. Whether it's splitting apart an enemy with a massive chainsaw, or blowing them up with a shotgun right at their faces, Eternal has everything you need for some sweet badassery. Continuing to redefine the first-person shooter genre, Eternal improves its brutal shooting mechanics with more movement and freedom, making it easy to move between dimensions in its now expanded world. Hell awaits you this March 20th, 2020. Animal Crossing: New Horizons. Juxtaposing Doom's demonic bloodbath, Nintendo's very own farm sim lets you live a refreshing life. Finally making a debut to the Switch, this latest title takes you into a whole new world free from the modern life woes. With more freedom at your disposal, New Horizons is a paradise of peace and serenity. Embrace that provincial life as you collect resources and use your green thumb to cultivate plants and trees. Make some new friends and get to meet some familiar faces in the Animal Crossing universe.
The whole scene feels meant to be. Why not snap a photo with everyone and make it a lasting memory?
There's so much to do in this living and breathing world. And it's coming out on the same day as Doom Eternal this March 20, 2020. Trials of Mana. Fans of the Seiken Densetsu series, especially those in the West, have more reasons to rejoice.
When these 6 destinies entwine, their world will be born anew.
Trials of Mana, or Seiken Densetsu 3, is coming out to the Switch for the first time. It is a remake of the 1995 classic JRPG that first released on the Super Famicom. What makes this game special isn't just that it's been rebuilt from the ground up to give it a full 3D makeover, but it's the fact that this will be the first time that this particular installment will have a localization for Western fans. The story is unchanged, but experiencing it again or for the first time with enhanced sound, visuals, and combat makes everything worthwhile. Coming this April 24, 2020. Persona 5 Scramble: The Phantom Strikers. It's unfortunate we never get to see Persona 5 getting ported to the Switch in the near future. But this spin-off is Nintendo's very own Persona 5 experience, although it's not what you think it is. Atlus, knowing their numerous spin-offs, takes you to the lives of the Phantom Thieves once again, but instead of raiding palaces and stealing people's hearts, it's a Musou game. It's made from the company that gave us the iconic Dynasty Warriors title. And just like Warriors, you go all out as you pick from the wide cast of characters from Persona 5 and duke it out with hundreds of shadows. However, not much details are known so far, but it's set to release sometime this spring 2020. Minecraft Dungeons. Mojang's voxel-based universe continues to evolve. This brand new Minecraft title isn't all about collecting polygonal shapes anymore. It's an action-adventure that takes its inspiration from notable dungeon-crawling RPGs like Blizzard's Diablo. Personalize your character and ready yourself as you dive into a treacherous dungeon filled with monsters you've come to expect and more from a Minecraft game. Gather some buddies online and work together as you stop the evil Arch-Illager.
The Necromancer's staff is destroyed. Once again, the Arch-Illager is thwarted.
The base building features may be gone, but the endless supply of Minecraft fun still lives on. It comes out sometime this second quarter of 2020. Digimon Survive. And speaking of evolving, the Digimon games have come a long way, and this latest title adds more flavor to the already interesting concept of these virtual monsters. Digimon Survive takes you into an unfamiliar world where danger lurks in every corner. Find your way out and use the power of these unique monsters to fight and survive in this anomalous plane. For the first time in the series, choices will affect the story. Each decision will impact your monster's evolution and ultimately the game's ending. No release date yet, but it's slated for a 2020 release. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. The Skywalker Saga is finally coming to a close, and it's the perfect opportunity for LEGO to give us a much-needed rundown of George Lucas's critically acclaimed space opera. This massive collection features all 9 Star Wars chapters, all packed into one cartridge. Relive Darth Vader's story in the prequels, or witness Kylo Ren's rise and fall in the new trilogy, all told in classic LEGO humor. Fans of both Star Wars and LEGO might find this collection worth it due to its insane amount of content. There's nothing more satisfying than building LEGO blocks using the power of the Force. It's coming out sometime this 2020. Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. The saga might be coming to a conclusion, but the games remain timeless. This cult classic Star Wars title from 2003 makes its huge appearance on the Nintendo Switch. Coming alongside Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy takes you into the shoes of an eager student determined to learn the path of the Jedi. Customize your own hero and forge your own lightsaber. Not only does this port feature the nostalgic campaign, it also comes with the return of online multiplayer battles. So engage in classic lightsaber and force battles with your friends. It's coming out sometime this 2020. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Following the recent trend of cult classics making a comeback, this rehydrated version of the 2003 title puts you into the familiar shoes of SpongeBob and his Bikini Bottom buddies as they gear up to defeat Plankton's robotic army. Rebuilt from the ground up, this remake features improved visuals and sound. It's a completely refreshing experience, taking you once again into the glory days of PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360. And for those who missed out on this classic, it's the perfect time to dive right in. No release date yet, but it's scheduled for a 2020 release. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. Another Musou game coming out for the Nintendo Switch. Return to the high seas in Koei Tecmo's Warriors-like One Piece experience. Similar to Pirate Warriors, control numerous One Piece characters including Luffy, Zoro, and more as they repel a massive horde of enemies in satisfying hack and slash combat. But given the short reveal trailer, we know little about the game's new content and mechanics. However, one thing we know so far is that it covers notable arcs from the One Piece anime, instead of telling another original story. It comes out sometime this 2020. Rune Factory 5. The Switch is slowly turning into a haven of simulation titles, and it's no surprise the latest Rune Factory game is coming to the hybrid console. Coming back 13 years after its release on the Nintendo DS, Rune Factory 5 is the series' return to form in terms of storytelling and gameplay. We only have a teaser as of the moment, so we're low on information, but the series is notably known for its mix of genres. So this latest title from Marvelous lets you manage your own life. So go from simple farming and into dungeon crawling adventure, as this game mixes numerous genres all together. When everything sounds boring, you could always find a partner to romance with. It comes out sometime this 2020. The Outer Worlds. The team behind the legendary Fallout New Vegas extends their support to the Nintendo Switch with this brand new first-person shooter sci-fi open-world RPG. Set in the near future where space exploration is no longer a pipe dream, and big-budget companies now control the galaxy. So it's up to you that will shape the future of this world. Every decision matters and it will impact the game's story and ending. You could picture this game as Space New Vegas. The Switch's hardware may be limiting, But this RPG shooter is in good hands, considering Obsidian Entertainment's reputation. But sadly, it doesn't come out alongside its console and PC versions. The Outer Worlds has no release date yet. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. The original Breath of the Wild was a masterpiece, racking up numerous Game of the Year awards and being hailed as one of the greatest open-world games of all time. After releasing a cryptic trailer in E3 2019, Nintendo continues to push the boundaries of the Switch and the Zelda franchise into even greater heights. It is still unknown on what the game is all about, but the sequel is already in active development, so no one knows about its gameplay or even story, but its reveal trailer poses some lingering questions about Ganon and the future of Hyrule. No release date yet. Bayonetta 3. Platinum Games' titular witch is back after its release date moved from 2019 to TBA, so we might have to wait a little while longer before its imminent release on Nintendo's hybrid console. And it's no surprise fans are hyped for this game. It's known for its hyperkinetic hack-and-slash combat with time-manipulating abilities. Well, you could always say that Bayonetta is Platinum's very own Devil May Cry. But sadly, the game is still a mystery, considering we only got one revealed trailer so far, and it looks like it's not good news for our iconic character. We're as excited as you are, but unfortunately there is no release date yet. Shin Megami Tensei 5. Everyone knows that this is the original Persona without the dating sims and cute anime characters. Of all the upcoming Nintendo Switch titles, this one remains a huge mystery. The first trailer came out 2 years ago, and up until now, there's no word about this iconic JRPG. What we know so far is that it's still set in modern-day Tokyo, and it features a refreshing look of the game's known demons. It's obvious Atlus is still a bit busy with Persona 5's massive success, so it might take a while before we see a release date.